Hello folks, I just thought I'd do a little vid on the title of my vid's Knives Save Lives, and we all feel sad, and it's not nice when we hear about some nasty person using a knife to hurt somebody. So and in the mass media there's very often a lot of things where somebody's got hurt with a knife, and it's bad. Okay, I all understand that, and but I just thought that if somebody says, oh yeah, I like knives, then people, because they associate knives with knife crime, they immediately think, oh, it's a bad person, they like knives, oh, bad person, bad person. Okay, and it's not that at all. It's just that I think people lose they kind of don't understand all the positive side of the way. If for example, if you took away all the knives out of Western civilization, I think that Western civilization would probably collapse. And you might go, are you sure about that, Dave? So I just thought just a little selection of a few knives, just to show people how they contribute positively to our lives, and how in some cases they could probably save people. They do save people's lives. Okay, so I just thought I'd just a little video. As I say, most people go, yeah, we already know that, Dave, thanks very much, but there's so much, as I say, in the mass media that is negative, that I thought, well, I better do something a little bit positive, just to show people that, oh yeah, I forgot that. Okay, so it's just a bit of positive PR for knives before everybody gets totally paranoid and goes, oh, you can't have any. Okay, just to sort of balance it up a bit, really. So you got your table knife, right? Which most people say, oh yeah, they're handy because they help hygiene, don't they? Because for example, you might be out somewhere and you perhaps haven't, you don't know, you might not have been out to wash your hands properly or whatever. You're out perhaps at a restaurant, and if you've got a knife, then that keeps your pinkies off your food, so it helps to stop you getting some tummy bug, and tummy bugs have been known to, send people off, and so and then of course you've got your chef's knives, and people would say, well, yeah, you need kitchen knives, don't you? You need knives to prepare food. So fair enough, because food preparation is important and doing it properly, and so you need knives in the kitchen. So although it might not necessarily save people's lives, and some people probably have cut themselves on them, but generally speaking, knives are pretty fundamental in food preparation. So that is a positive contribution to people's lives. You've got your craft knife, which is used by people, hobbyists and all sorts of people use craft knives, and they can make some amazing things. And although those things you might say, well, it's a bit superficial, some of them can bring a lot of pleasure to people. You think of the people that make their model aeroplanes, and I saw a nice matchstick made church. It was a model of a church, amazing it was, and it must, things like that bring a lot of pleasure to people, and that sort of positive effect on people's, the way people's minds think. It must help people in a positive way. You see some nice thing that somebody's made, and people use them making things like cards, don't they? They use them to make these nice cards that they send to people, and that must bring a lot of joy to folks. So anyway, then we got the infamous box cutter, yeah, which apparently you can hijack aeroplanes with one of these. You can get through armoured doors in aeroplanes with these, apparently. So, well, I don't know. Perhaps the aeroplanes didn't have armoured doors in them days. But anyway, so but used by people put carpet fitters. They use these sort of things. Your painter and decorator when they're putting a wallpaper to cut a bit of wallpaper. Your plumber when he's putting a bit of tape round a pipe. You use it to cut the tape. Your electrician to cut a bit of insulating tape and stuff like that. Even people that do things like your carpenters, they probably use a knife for doing a few bits and pieces as well. All those things give a positive contribution to the comfort of the way we live, don't they? So again, it's something that's a good thing generally. Then you got your pruning knife, which when people out in their gardens, and your nurserymen and farmers and people like that who are propagating plants and taking cuttings and stuff like that, well, that's all helping us keep food in our belly, or make our gardens look nice, and that's all a positive contribution to our standard of living, innit? That helps, doesn't it? And then you've got your multi-tool that all sorts of people use them. It can be people, mechanics and computer people. I've seen them use them because they got all the different pliers and your posi screwdrivers and stuff like that. And people camping, they use them. So all sorts of people use things like these multi-tools. And again, that's just a little old Boy Scout type sort of Swiss style knife. But again, that sort of thing, you got the ones, the proper Swiss knives that have got the stuff for filleting your fish and stuff like that. Your fishermen, people, sports people would perhaps use something like that. So that helps them. So again, that's a positive contribution. I always remember there was an old black and white television series of Robinson Crusoe, and one of the episodes he says, "Oh, I always made sure I carried my knife with me." And of course, when he was stuck on his desert island, came in a bit handy, Harry, didn't it? So you've got your knife that, again, in a survival situation, that could make the difference between you being able to get a bit of shelter together, get a bit of firewood sorted out, stuff like that, innit? So all those, and then I haven't mentioned yet because I haven't got one to hand, but you've got your surgeon's knife, haven't you? And you think over how many thousands of operations of people been either their lives saved or made better because they was able to perform some operation that was helped them people get better, or as I say, sort of, and in that case, I think people can't. There's no way you can deny that in the medical profession, that knives do save lives. As I say, and also as I say, in a survival situation, and even as I say in things like food preparation and eating and stuff like that. So it's all sorts of areas. Anyway, I hope that's given people a bit more flavour that there's an awful lot of uses of knives that positively contribute to our sort of standard of living, if you like to call it that make life better for us. So I just sort of, as I say, hopefully that gives a bit more positive PR and shows that just because if you do think, oh, that knife's handy, you're not some nasty person. You can just understand how knives contribute to our I'm babbling now. Okay, I'll sign off now. Cheers for now.